The Philippine Air Force plays a very important role in our overall campaign, especially with our ground operations. The Philippine Air Force is always there to support the Philippine Army in terms of close air support, battlefield air interdiction, medevac, and also giving us a bird's eye view of the battlefield. When there are disasters, the Philippine Air Force is always there to support us in terms of bringing the much needed equipment and also relief goods in the stricken areas. To the fearless defenders of our skies, happy 76th founding anniversary. May you continue to live up to your motto of serving as the guardians of our precious skies and bearers of hope. Mabuhay ang hukbong himpapawid ng Pilipinas.
For the past several years, I should say, our Air Force has gained the momentum in its modernization efforts, experiencing a resurgence in its air power capabilities, and that I would say that at present state, the organization, and referring to our Air Force, is soaring high. And with regard to the contribution of the Air Force to our mission accomplishment, the fact that our two organizations are at the forefront of national defense, particularly in protecting our territorial seas, our exclusive economic zone. There is no doubt that through joint operations and through partnership with other parallel major services, our Air Force has supported all the branches of service of the armed forces in the performance of our mandate. I would like to greet the officers, the airmen, the airwomen, and the civilian human resources of the Philippine Air Force on the occasion of your 76th anniversary. A strong Philippine Air Force for a strong Filipino nation.
The Air Force, nandun yung naging respeto namin sa mga piloto natin, that they are flying a very, very dangerous missions. One time in Basilan, we were confronted by the Abu Sayyaf then. Very, very strong Abu Sayyaf group during that time in '93. And it was already around 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And again, these Philippine Air Force pilots coming out from Zamboanga, they looked for us and gave us close air support, no? So that saved the day for the Marines, and many lives were saved, and we were able to win the battle in Basilan that time. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the Philippine Air Force on your 76th anniversary. No? The Marine Corps is very, very excited to all the things that we will accomplish together. And again, all my gratefulness and respect to our service members from the Philippine Air Force.
Your role has been appreciated in all facets, not merely now as a support service to any other service, but as a main provider, as an essential element of national security. In terms of its newly appreciated role, the theoretical battle space, the sky, so big. And in serving also our people, the fastest way from point A to point B sometimes is by air. Right now, I see a very promising role to build up on what already has been achieved. We're entering a new phase where there is a new appreciation in the light of a more volatile world. The stronger your Air Force, the stronger the deterrent capability, and the less need you will have to employ them for defensive purposes in the future. On behalf of your One Defense team, I congratulate my fellow airmen and airwomen of the Philippine Air Force and our civilian employees as we celebrate our 76th founding anniversary. Your theme, Accelerating with Excellence Towards a More Capable, Credible, and Sustainable Force, shows your commitment to pursuing the highest standards and to the endeavor of constantly challenging and upgrading your skills and finding new ways, just like avoiding thunderstorms, to better serve our nation. Isang karangalan po para sa akin ang maging saksi sa patuloy na pag-unlad ng ating hukbong himpapawid. Our sacred mission of defending our sovereignty, protecting our people, and helping them in times of need has earned the Philippine Air Force the respect and admiration of our countrymen and our allies. Thank you for serving as the proud and trusted guardian of our nation's skies. Again, happy anniversary! Mabuhay po ang hukbong himpapawid ng Pilipinas.
This has been one of the biggest natural disasters that our country has experienced in the past 100 years. It affected a very large area. One silver lining in this calamity has been that the international community overwhelmingly came together, overwhelmingly supported us in this huge disaster, the aftermath, because we have institutions in place. We have our disaster management agency. There were preparations, of course, but the scale was completely unprecedented. And of course, one of the countries that reached out to us was the Philippines. When this group of 82 people, including the Air Force personnel, were flying out to Turkey, just days after the calamity, I was personally there at the airport to see them off, and I felt very touched. It was a very emotional moment. They were going to Turkey, to a very difficult climate. It was the dead of winter, -10, -15 Celsius, under very difficult conditions, an area of extensive destruction, and they were selfless. They were eager, they wanted to help. I would be very happy to convey our warmest congratulations to the Philippine Air Force on the 76th anniversary of its founding, and we wish the Air Force best of success in their endeavors to provide for the nation's safety and security. The people of the Philippines are right to be proud of the Philippine Air Force, and we are, as Turkey, as partners and allies, will always be with you when you desire, when you want. We would always be there for you, as our countries have been throughout the past 74 years. We have a long-standing relationship. So in that regard, congratulations, Philippine Air Force, and many happy returns.
Philippine Air Force has proven its worth. During calamities, sila ay nandyan. In times of our fight against insurgents, they're always supporting our ground forces. So that's why I can say that they are reliable whenever needed, they're dependable when the call of the times is there, and they are always prepared and ready when called upon. Nung kami ay tiniente pa, nung simula pa lang tayo sa ating serbisyo, being a ground force, I have always been recipient of the help of our air forces. We have pilots who dare go to combat areas and make sure that we are given their support. Our casualties are being evacuated, our supplies are being transported, and these are the things that we really value during those times. At this time, heading the armed forces of the Philippines, we have an air force that can really be depended on, reliable, and always ready to provide air support in our various mandates. As you mark your 76th founding anniversary, I extend my congratulations to the men and women of the Philippine Air Force for your unwavering commitment in protecting our aerial domain, our skies, and ensuring our nation's security. That we have a capable and credible Air Force that the Philippine nation can depend on, not just for air support, but also for the efforts on the ground, boosting our confidence and our fighting spirit. Throughout the years, the Philippine Air Force has played a vital role in helping the armed forces of the Philippines fulfill its mandate and sworn duty of safeguarding the people in the state. So, to the men and women of the Philippine Air Force, soar high and serve with excellence. Muli, maligayang pagbati sa inyong ika-76 na taong anibersaryo. Mabuhay ang hukbong ipakawid ng Pilipinas. Maraming salamat.
It is the most goodest timing then right now, both Air Force's relationship right now. As you know that last December we sent to 2 fighter aircraft for the clock. I'm so moved and touched. It's really the historical event, I think. But it's one of the evidence how deep and how good our relationship, I think. Right now we are going to the coordination about the RAA. If we successfully got to the RAA, we can do this not only the HADO exercise, but also more operational one we do. Congratulations and happy anniversary. And every time I really appreciate it for the Philippine Air Force guide, accommodations, base, everything. So we'll do my best to the more and more the Philippine Air Force and Japan Air Defense Forces deepen and widen and relationship. So anyway, thank you very much and congratulations and happy anniversary.
My assignment as the defense attaché in the Philippines. Of course, I've gained the excellence mission in here because I got a lot of supporting from the Philippine Air Force as the counterparts of my mission in here regarding the engagement about our relationship and cooperation between Indonesian Armed Forces and Philippine Armed Forces, particularly between the Indonesian Air Force and Philippine Air Force. The Philippine Air Force will develop rapidly because you have the professional working system inside of the Philippine Air Force organization, and also you have the professional human resources of the Philippine Air Force personnel. They have the competitive soul with the aim to accelerate the Philippine Air Force with excellence. So the Philippine Air Force will be the best and grow stronger Air Force in the region. Happy anniversary to the Philippine Air Force.
Talking about engagement with Philippine Air Force, it is a great experience for me. Their commitment, dedication, it always make my job here easy, and I also learn a lot from them. Working and training with Philippine Air Force is always enjoyable and enriching his knowledge and expertise. And this kind of engagement really make our officer develop their skill and capability, and then bring all the good things back to Malaysia. We believe that Philippine Air Force is well positioned to continue to thrive in the next 5 years. The Philippine Air Force has shown a commitment to modernizing and upgrading the equipment and capabilities. On the occasion of 76th founding anniversary of Philippine Air Force, I would like to take the opportunity to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Philippine Air Force, and I would like also to take this opportunity on behalf of the Malaysian Air Force, especially Royal Malaysian Air Force. Looking forward to strengthen our ties, our partnership, working with Philippine Air Force in the near future.
To all our friends and partners in the Philippine Air Force, congratulations on your 76th anniversary. As your service celebrates this important milestone, we reflect on the role played by the Air Force in underscoring the strength and enduring value of the U.S.-Philippine alliance. The Philippine Air Force's dedication to training and combined operations has been critical to our 72 years of mutual defense. Exercise Balakatan 2023, completed just 2 months ago, was the largest, most complex iteration of this exercise ever in terms of the number of personnel and aircraft involved, as well as in the terms of the number of connections made between our two militaries at all levels. When our service members train together, they build relationships that make our services and our countries more secure. Thanks to you, our alliance has never been stronger. As the Philippine Air Force advances on its modernization journey, the United States is committed to working with you to build capabilities and celebrate your achievements, ensuring that you continue to reach new heights. Congratulations again on your 76th anniversary and on all that you have accomplished. We look forward to celebrating many more anniversaries together. Maraming salamat.
The defense relationship between the U.S. and the Philippines is old and it is deep. All these opportunities we have, we're standing on the shoulders of our respective forefathers who had the wisdom to outline these treaties and this alliance, which is really the bedrock of the activities we do. The United States and the Philippines have gone full speed ahead with our relationship and our regular interaction. And I've really gotten the chance to know and work with some of my Filipino counterparts during a lot of these senior level delegations and visits. I think the real value, however, is for two airmen from our respective air forces to be able to look out the window of their fighters and see an ally on the other side. So when you hear "two's in, fight's on," you know that person who has your back. I've been in the U.S. Air Force for almost 20 years. It's rare that I can drop the Philippines and not have a response that says, "Oh, I remember Cope Thunder, back in '94. Oh, I remember a Balakatan back in 2015. Everybody's got their Philippines story. And I think that illustrates a lot of the value to our personnel. It's just having that connection. It means something. An alliance, if you don't work together, is just a piece of paper. I think the Philippine Air Force is at a big inflection point. Speaking candidly, there are times in the past when it was not able to be resourced appropriately. Now we're seeing that modernization funding flowing in and the Philippine Air Force growing and expanding their capabilities. I, as a U.S. service member, representing my country to the Philippines, am proud to be here at that time, standing by the Philippines to do whatever I can to enable this transition. I don't think many people know this, but the Philippine Air Force is actually the senior of the U.S. Air Force as an independent service. The Philippine Air Force was founded in July 1947, whereas the United States Air Force is September. So truly to you, Kuya, happy birthday.
Filipinos and Australians are remarkably similar. We have a love of democracy, we love our families, and families are central, but we also have a very common trait in what in the Philippines you call bayanihan, we call mateship in Australia. And I think that those commonalities are ever present in our engagement. I have seen the Philippine Air Force operating at its best in the very worst of circumstances. I was in the midst of the response to Super Typhoon Yolanda. I was in Tacloban and I saw the Philippine Air Force crews and what they were doing. The C-130s and the Hueys providing relief to the Philippine population, getting the victims out of Tacloban and flying rice to the outlying areas within Tacloban's area. And that was a privilege to see, and I absolutely salute Philippine Air Force and the efforts that I saw there. The focus on a transformation from internal security operations to territorial defence in the Philippines implies absolutely that Philippine Air Force is going to be central to that. And I'm seeing that with the capability, the intellect and the focus of the people that I deal with day to day. Mabuhay. On behalf of the Chief of the Defence Force and in particular the Australian Chief of Air Force, I wish to extend very best wishes and greetings to all members of Philippine Air Force on your 76th anniversary. Congratulations on this milestone and every success into the future.